So great you could be with us again. I am with Greg Engert, beer director for the Neighborhood Restaurant Group, a James Beard Award nominee. The group includes where we are, Owen's Ordinary in North Bethesda. It's great. We get up here once or twice a year and actually get to do it outside. Even though it's 93 degrees on this day, nice breeze, great awning overhead. You also got Iron Gate and Shopmade in DC in DuPont Circle. Greg, it is always good to see you. Get away from my beer, Bumblebee. My leftover beer. What is on? It's actually, this is grapefruit of the grape juice of the week. What's on tap this week?
This is a beer from RAR, our friends down in Cambridge, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore, makers of fantastic hop-driven beers. They make a lot of great fruited sours as well. This beer is called Out of Order Cherry Limeade. So Out of Order is their series of heavily fruited, almost slushy-like beers. They're very nostalgic. Remember those little slushy cones?
Yeah.
And so the label has the slushy cone bear on it. And Out of Order, and this particular blend is cherry limeade. Delicious. I did already taste it. Lots of cherry in the nose, and then the lime comes in on the palate. It's really, really cool.
It's a obviously very intriguing color. Oh man,
isn't that good?
It tastes like an old Freezy Pop from the 70s if you're old like me.
I didn't realize how much lime was involved with those, because the lime is really, it's like
good. I mean, I wouldn't drink it all day, but it's very refreshing.
About 4.2% alcohol too, so you can drink it all day. It's something that's not going to kill you. And you know, these guys, we've done RAR before, obviously. They're really good friends of ours. They've been around since 2013. They're making a ton of beer, too. I mean, I think they're up to like 12,000 barrels or something like that. It's crazy. But they're expanding. They're opening a restaurant and tap room right next door to their current brewing facility.
Oh, really?
Out here at Owen's Ordinary, they're one of our favorite local Maryland brewers. We typically have 4 or 5 different beers from them on draft every day. They're good friends, too. Chris Brohan, JT Merriweather, Randy Mills, constantly, you know, they're adaptable too. They kind of keep up with the industry. They know how things change, and they're able to be very nimble and, you know, continue to produce beers that you love from them, like Nanticoke Nectar, you know, Groove City, their Vice beer, but also, you know, pop out some really cool new hazy IPAs and some really delicious, exciting sour beers.
Whenever going out to the beach, I'm talking Ocean City, which means a stop at Burley Oak, you know, which is closer to the beach, always stop at RAR and see what they got, because it's a cool space.
Totally.
They have awesome beer and super friendly people, and the food's good too. But let's see if we can settle something here, because you go there and people are like RAR or RAR, but if you ask them at the brew pub, to my recollection, they're like whatever, which is like, for me, it's like, boom. I'm like, no, you have to choose one or the other.
It stands for Real Ale Revival. You know, not like about like real ale like cask, but like a revival of true, authentic, really flavor-driven beers. I don't know. So because I know that it's Real Ale Revival, it's an acronym. So I think it's RAR, but I can see RAR too. I don't know. I've always gone RAR. So
well, they could tell me, correct me if I'm wrong, but my recollection is when you go there, they're like, whatever you want to call it.
Which is
really
good. It's
you buy our beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Try our food.
Do whatever you want.
Call it whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
You know, we have to deal with that internally at Neighborhood Restaurant Group, because Rustico and Rustico has always been one that people don't really know what to say. I mean, officially it's Rustico, but of course we're not going to correct you if you say Rustico. You know what I mean? I think that's the same idea.
Yeah, just don't call it Bluey Jaquette. Blue Jacket.
Or some, among other things.
Yeah. So, wow, I wouldn't even be able to begin to guess. What would you pair this with?
This, to me, I just think of like North Carolina barbecue. Okay. Salty, sour, pork loves cherries, and then so anything with pork enchiladas, just a nice like pork loin, roasted pork loin. I think this would be phenomenal for that. The lime aspect makes me think of like fajitas, you know, like steak fajitas sizzling on the skillet coming out. I think that would be really fun with this too. And yeah, like green salads. This is a, you know, really great livening agent, I think, for that kind
How
of stuff.
about turkey and cranberry sauce? Is that getting too crazy?
No, I think it would
that
be
would
great.
work too?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't even need the cranberry sauce. I think this would just jump right in.
It would.
For Thanksgiving dinner. So we'll have to ask them to rebrew this in a couple months.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you, RAR. or RAR, or just great beer makers. Greg, thank you as always, too.
Thank you.
Everyone, please always do drink responsibly and be sure to bring your thirst next time for another Beer of the Week.